So hello everyone, good afternoon. How are you all? So hello Ankita, good afternoon. So here we are back with the day 4 of those questions which are very important for all the RRB and SSC examinations. So let's see how many questions are we able to answer correctly today. So the first question for you, out of those 15 high yielding conceptual MCQs, it's here. What is the question? So the question is, according to the Joule's law of heating, if the electric current passing through a fixed resistor is doubled, so heat produced in it will dash. It will become half, it will remain unchanged, will it become double, or is it going to become 4 times? So you have 4 options. What do you think is the correct answer? So guys, according to the Joule's law of heating effect, we know that there's a formula and the formula is H is equal to I square RT. What is it? H is equal to I square RT. So here in the question, the relation between the current and the heat is asked, right? So yes, if the current is doubled, what will be the change in the heat? So in this case, we know since the current is being doubled, so it will be 2I whole square and it will become 4I square. So heat will become 4 times, and obviously, Ankita, you are 100% correct here. The correct answer is D. Next. What is the next question? So here the option number D is the correct answer, and here we have the detailed explanation. So here heat is directly proportional to the square of current, and that's the basic formula. When white light passes through a glass prism, which color of the light deviates the least due to having the longest wavelength? So you have 4 options. So guys, the bending will be least because of the highest wavelength. So we are aware of that Vibgyor part, and what is it? So it's VIBGYOR, that means violet, indigo blue, green, yellow, orange, red. And as we'll move towards the red color, the wavelength keeps on increasing and the wavelength for the red color is maximum. So obviously for the longest wavelength we can go with again with option number D. Ankita, you are again correct, and here D is the correct answer, right? Okay, so here we know that refractive index is inversely proportional to the wavelength. So red color has the highest or the longest wavelength, and it's in glass, so it deviates the least, right? Okay, so this was done. Now guys, there's one more thing. If you want to practice the questions topic wise, you can just go to the Oliveboard's website. You can open the first link, and here, since you're preparing for the SSC examinations, you can go with the SSC, and here under SSC courses, when we just drag it in the extreme end, you will find SSC Super Practice, where you have 1000+ tests, and here you can even go subject wise and topic wise test can be given. So here the tests are given in this manner: level 1, level 2, level 3, previous year paper, most repetitive questions. So everything is present. You can just go according to this, right? You can even check what's my real level, so you can choose your subject. It can be computer, it can be general awareness, anything. Okay, so you can purchase it from here. Okay, so getting back to our question, so the next question is this: if the velocity of a moving object is doubled while keeping its mass constant, its kinetic energy will become dash. 2 times, half, 4 times, or 8 times. So for this type of question, again we know the formula, and what is it? The formula for the kinetic energy is half mv square. And what's given in the question? It said if the velocity of a moving object is doubled while mass is kept constant. So yes, if velocity is doubled, so the new kinetic energy will be half m into 2v's whole square. So it will be 4 times half mv square, right? So this was from previous year paper, and I have also taken this in my paid batch, if you remember. So what is the answer again? So here the 4 times, that means we can go with option number C. So what kind of numericals are asked in the examination? They are in front of you. So yes, you must be aware of them. Okay, so this was from the PYB. So here C is the correct answer. Next, so K is equal to half mv square. Since it was 2v, so yes, it will become 4 times. According to Newton's universal law of gravitation, if the distance between the two masses is doubled, the gravitational force between them will become dash, half, double, 1/4, or 4 times. So at least try to answer this one. So first of all, if I'm talking about the gravitational constant. So what is its value? Its value is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. Correct? So now Ankita is going with C. So let us see. Will it be 1/4? Let us check. So if the distance between the masses is doubled and the gravitational force between them will become dash. Okay. So see, in order to find the force, we used to go with this formula G m1 m2 upon r square. Right? Now it is saying that the distance is doubled. So the new force will be what? It will be G m1 m2 upon 2r whole square. So obviously it will be 1/4 of the initial one. So 1/4, that is option number C. And Ankita, you are 100% correct. So what is the answer? C is the correct answer. So now this has given us clarity. These are the questions which are asked in the examination. We think that the question will be of J level. No. So that's the 1/4. So what's the reason? It's here. Next. Which rule is used to determine the direction of the magnetic field lines surrounding a straight current carrying conductor? So Fleming's left hand rule, right hand thumb rule, Fleming's right hand rule, or Ampere's swimming rule. You have four options. So guys, what should be the correct answer in this case? So what should be the answer? So I have already given you the hint. Ankita and others? It's not right hand rule. Sorry, I have already shown you the image. All the other candidates you can also try here. Ankita, here the correct answer will be the right hand thumb rule. So that's why I was showing this particular image. Okay. So here this is the direction of the current and this finger shows the direction of the magnetic field, right? So point your thumb of your right hand along the direction of the current. The curled finger gives you the direction of the magnetic field line. So what is the answer? B will be the correct answer. So I know it's totally okay, but you must be aware of what kind of questions are asked. So they are not very typical, but yes, confusion is created in this way. Understood? What's the next question? The next question is here. What is the chemical formula of washing soda which contains 10 molecules of water of crystallization? So we know it's sodium carbonate. So Na2CO3.10H2. I won't take any time here. C is the correct answer, right? Next. In a chemical reaction, the process involving the gain of oxygen or loss of hydrogen by a substance is defined as dash. So in the case of reduction, oxygen is lost, hydrogen is added. In the case of oxidation, oxygen is taken and hydrogen is removed. In the case of neutralization, uh, it's the acid that is reacting with the base. It always forms the salt and water. So here you can take the example when HCl is reacting with the sodium hydroxide. So when HCl reacts with the sodium hydroxide, it forms NaCl, which is obviously the salt, and H2O, that is the water. So guys, neutralization reaction is also known as the double displacement reaction. So do not get confused. It's always the neutralization reaction which is double displacement in nature. Okay. So yep, the process involving the gain of oxygen. So obviously it is going to be the oxidation answer. And oh, Ankita, you are going with C. That is neutralization. So sorry. In this case, neutralization is the reaction in which when acid reacts with the base, it forms salt and water. So that's not neutralization. It will be oxidation. So as discussed, addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Next, so two consecutive members of homologous series of organic compounds differ in their molecular formula by which unit? So is it CH, CH2, CH3 or C2H4? So you have four options. Let us check what will be the correct answer here. So please tell me what should be the correct answer. CH, CH2, CH3 or C2H4. So two consecutive members of homologous series of organic compounds. So here let me take the example. So for the alkanes we have this general formula CnH2n plus 2, right? So let's say it's one carbon compound, so it will be CH4, right? The next one will be C2H6. So what's the difference? The difference is of CH2. Again, If it is C3, so 3 to 6, it will be C3H8. Again, there's a difference of 1 carbon and the difference of two hydrogens. So just check what is the difference coming here. Ankita is going with A, so it can't be CH, it can't be CH. Just check the difference. If you want more, I can write it more. So it will be C4H10. Again, just check. So there's a difference of 1 carbon and the difference of 2 hydrogens again, right? So yes, there's a difference of CH2 always. That's why I'll go with CH2. So there's nothing to mug it up. It's just the basic. If our basic knowledge is clear, everything is sorted, right? Okay, so what's the correct answer? In this case, the correct answer will be CH2, right? So what's the next question? The next one is, during the electrolytic refining of impure copper metal, the pure copper metal deposited at which electrode? Will it be anode or cathode? Obviously, electrolyte and bottom mud won't be the answer. So what should be the answer? So the pure copper gets deposited at cathode. And yes, whenever we study about the electrolytic refining, we have this question. So for the uh, as electrolyte, we are using the copper sulfate there, right? So here B is the correct answer. Next, so thick block of impure copper is connected to the positive terminal. This strip of pure copper is connected to the negative terminal. So yep, that's correct. In the modern period table created by the Henry Moseley, the elements are arranged in the increasing order of its dash. So will it be atomic mass, atomic number, mass number, or equivalent weight? So Daubernia's stride was in the increment order of its atomic mass, where 3 elements were arranged in a group, nine elements were arranged. Then Newland came. Again, every eighth element was repeating its own property. So there also atomic mass concept was there. And then in the case of in the case of Mendeleev also atomic mass concept was there. But in the case of modern period table, that is Henry Moseley's table, atomic number was used. So here we have total 118 elements. In the case of 118 elements, every element is arranged in a way that it is actually in the increment order of its atomic mass. In the increment order of its atomic number. So hydrogen is atomic number 1, helium is 2, lithium is 3, then we have beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, and so on. So that's regarding the atomic number. So we have completed 10 questions here. What's the next question? The next question will be from bio. During cellular respiration, the first step involves the breakdown of 6 carbon glucose into 3 carbon pyruvate in which part of the cell? So will it be mitochondria, cytoplasm, nucleus, or ribosome? So what should be the correct answer, guys? Tell me. So what should be the correct answer? And each and every question that is being asked today, they are from our previous paper, right? Tell me what should be the correct answer. So Ankita is going with D. Okay. So guys, always remember, if it is aerobic respiration, right? If it is aerobic respiration, it might take place in cytoplasm, or in most of the cases that takes place in mitochondria. But anaerobic respiration takes place in cytoplasm, where unaerobic, where the glucose breakdown is taking place in the absence of oxygen. So what is the correct answer? The correct answer is going to be your option number B, right? So yes, here it is. So it occurs in the cytoplasm without requiring oxygen. Next we have, in human reflex arc, which pathway correctly represents the sequence of electrical impulse transmission? So is it effector first? Is it receptor? So you have 4 options. Tell me what will be the correct answer. So your 4 options. Tell me what you think is the correct answer here. So yes, let's say I have touched a burning candle. So what will happen? After touching the burning candle, I'll receive some information here, right? So here we have this receptor where we have sensory neuron that is going to collect the information. It will take the information to the central nervous system. There we'll have interneuron. Then via motor neuron, the signal will be taken back to the effector part, right? So first of all, it will be receptor, then sensory neuron, then spinal cord, which is there in the CNS, then motor neuron, the effector. So yes, B is the correct answer. Ankita, this time the answer will be B. So here's the explanation. So spinal cord processes rapid reflex responses instantly without direct waiting for conscious brain analysis. It protects body from sudden harmful thermal or mechanical stimuli. Next, which type of asexual reproduction allows simple multicellular organisms like planaria to regenerate into complete new individual from cut body parts? So guys, in this case, what happens if an organism is cut into two halves? The organism from both the parts will start developing, and this is the example of fragmentation, right? But in these options you're not getting that fragmentation as the option, so what we can say, it is generating again from that part. So what will be the answer? I've already given you the hint, so please tell me, will it be binary fission? Obviously not. Then what will be the correct answer, guys? It is regenerating again, so it can be planaria, it can be hydra, right? So the answer is regeneration, right? So C is the correct answer here. Ability to fully differentiated organism to give rise to new individual organisms from their body parts. So yes, it's mediated by specialized stem cells that proliferate and make large number of cells. So it's exemplified by planaria and hydra. In human beings, sex of a newborn child is determined by which parental chromosome contributed by father? Autosome 21, X chromosome only, Y or X chromosome in the sperm, or is it maternal X cytoplasm? So yes, there is no relation with the autosomes, so that cannot be the answer. So in the case of X chromosome only, this cannot determine, because in the case of females, it's 44 plus XX, but in the case of male it's 44 plus XY. So if Y fuses with the female's ovum, male child will be formed, and if X fuses, the girl child will be formed. So it totally depends upon the father. So yes, father determines the sex of the child. So it's the time for the final question now. So what the final question? The phenomena where non-biodegradable chemicals like DDT accumulate in progressively higher concentrations at successive trophic levels is called what? So what will be the answer? Will it be eutrophication? No. So that's the dying of lakes. So what will it be, biological magnification? So obviously yes, right? So B is the correct answer. So what is biomagnification? Progressive increase in the concentration of toxic non-biodegradable chemicals along a food chain. So here it's the chain that is mentioned here. So guys, yep, chemicals cannot be metabolized or excreted by the organism, and here the answer will be biomagnification. That's all from my end. So please let me know in the comment section, how was the session? Are you liking this series? And guys, are you collecting these PDFs? So where I'm sharing this PDF, so either you can take it from the Oliveboard, or I'll just share the QR code with you people. Guys, if you are new here, so you can take this QR code. One second, I'll just, yeah. So here's the QR code. You can actually scan this QR code and take the PDF of this session. So either go to the Oliveboard's website or just scan it and get this PDF. Fine. So that's all from my end. We'll meet in the next class tomorrow with the next 15 sets of questions, right? So thank you, Ankita. Thank you everyone for being such a wonderful audience. Please revise it and collect the PDF. I've already shown you where you can get it. Either take it from the Oliveboard's website or you can take it from my channel as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye guys. Take care. And for the examination, all the very best. Take care.